So in this video we are going to install the AXIS 1870 CarPlay unit into our 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer. So from AeroPro we have a FP8100 fascia kit, a CAN bus lead, a patch lead, and also a video adapter. I'm going to put all these together first before we go towards the car. Of course, this is a 2015 Australian delivered Mitsubishi Lancer, and we're going to remove the factory stereo now. So the first thing to do is open the glove box, and down here on the side of the glove box is a little arm, and you just flick that arm off, and then on either side of the glove box is two little tabs, so you squeeze them in and that comes down. Actually pull the whole arm off, and this undoes like that. Drop all the rep stuff on the ground. So that little arm goes on there like that. Okay. So the only two tools you're going to need is a pry tool, or you can use a butter knife if you're really desperate, and a Phillips screwdriver. So there's one screw here, you pull that out, and then this bit here pulls off. There's another screw here, comes out, and then this whole bar here pulls off. This is probably where you need the pry tool just to get under there. Sometimes it's better you just lever that off. And you may lose a few of these. They may get left in there, so just pull them out, put them back on again. 3 screws here. 1, 2, 3. And that comes out. Just leave it there. And then this pops out. It's fairly simple, that one. See, that white clip has been left up in the top there, so we'll have to pull that out afterwards and put it back on to there. And this one here has gone missing. So there's 4 screws holding the unit in. 1, 2, 3, 4. The unit comes out, and on the back of the unit there's 2 white clips. Video one and the antenna. And that's how to get it out. Okay, so I've got the main unit out, and I want to make sure that the brackets are on the right position, so that the front of the unit is here, is in line with the brackets. So I'll go ahead and put this one on with the brackets that came with the kit. So I put the first side bracket on, and as you can see it's in line with the other bracket. So in order to do that, this is the position of them. So on the other side, so the hole's going to use is 1, 2, 3. Okay, at this point I'll tell you that after installing the whole thing, it was very tight around the front to try and put the aftermarket trim, which is this thing, onto it. So what I've done is I've taken it back out again, loosened off these three, and shifted this just fractionally on an angle so that it's a little bit a couple of millimeters further back and a couple of millimeters on an angle. See if that works better. So these are all the looms that come with the unit. I'm going to use a few of them. Of course, this is your CAN bus adapter for the steering wheel control. This one here is a video adapter. We'll plug that into the car, and then the RCA will go into the back of the unit. Okay, so step one, the two parts, two AeroPro parts. This is a CHMB2C, and this is the APL RNPL, which PL's for patch lead. So, coming out of the cable, we'll have this connector here, and that will fit into only one side of this. It's not that side. No, it is that side. There we go. And then the patch lead will go into the other side. And then from our bag here, and this wonderful loom here, we're not going to need, because usually that would go into the unit, but we now have this that goes into the unit. So that one there goes away. Now this one here is going into the unit because it has camera in. On the back of the unit you have a section up here. It will only fit in one place. It's not going in there. Here it is. That one goes there. This one here will go in there. And then we also have here SW1, SW2 and SWC ground. And we have to hook those up to key 1, key 2 and ground. So I'll put all of those together next. Alright, so I've finished doing that. Thought I'd better do a proper job with soldering it and heat shrinking it since it's going on a video. So SWC1 is connected to key 1. SWC ground is connected to ground. SWC2 is connected to key 2. So those are all done. Now, that can probably go to on the back there. And the video input adapter is going to be going camera, video out, camera in. Might put some heat shrink over that to make sure it stays there. Okay, so with the bracket, the Allen head screws that we use to put the bracket on, there's 8 of those, so there's a couple of spare, so I'm going to use those, one of the spare ones to keep the 2 earths, which are coming, one's from the adapter here and the other one's from the video adapter. Just going to screw them onto the back of the unit here. So in order to finish this, I'm wondering what on earth is a purple wire, because it's not tagged. It's a reverse signal. So I'll have to make sure that there is a reverse signal coming up from the unit and connect that in the car. So back at the computer again, I was wondering if there is a wire at the back of the head unit, the original head unit, which has a reverse trigger. So it seems that it does. From this Mitsubishi forum, he's got his reverse wire hooked into the white wire, which is coming into the head unit. So I'm going to try that in the unit, connect the reverse from the head unit to that one. Okay, so I've tidied up the wiring with a lot of little cable ties and so forth, but still left it flexible enough because you've got to move things around underneath to get things all shoved in. Now, a few other things that we need to make sure that we have connected is this USB, this one here, which goes down to the small black plug there. This one is for your CarPlay. So this one you're going to need to put somewhere so that, or maybe with an extension, so that you can hook your iPhone into it. The other one is the microphone plug that comes with the unit, so that is there. Fine with these things, they only go in one way. And the other USB plug as well, but this is not the one, the Rev USB, that doesn't work with the iPhone, that's just for normal USB. So yes, the second USB clicks in underneath there. So back over to the computer again. I was wondering what to do with the white and red RCA, whether they were inputs or outputs. So on the website for that part, it says they are for OEM auxiliary retention for vehicles when connected to compatible aftermarket head unit with rear RCA auxiliary input, which our unit does have. So if you get lost in using any of these AeroPro parts, just look up the part in the website, and then as you go further down you'll see there should be manuals there, and there are the fitting instructions. Strangely they don't come with the unit, but which would be nice, but here they are, saves paper, and there they go, there's those RCAs going into the back of the unit. Let's go and install them. Okay, so back at the unit again, and you'll need to get this loom out from the 1870CP lot, and on there you have auxiliary in right and left, so we'll be using those. Just try not to tangle them up in everything else so I can make it all neat afterwards. There you go, in there and there, and that is going to fit into that one there. And there we have it, everything is all connected up, and all we should have to do is connect those into the factory area, that one for the camera, and the only extra bit of wiring should be that one there, which by all rights should actually be connected in that one there on the other side, so we'll just hook that up. So I've connected those two reverse triggers onto a white wire to remind me that I'm going to be hooking that up to a white wire. The last thing that we're going to install, but we wait until we've put this in, is the Bluetooth mic, and of course that will then connect up to this one here, mic. So that one there, the 3.5 pin plug, 3.5mm plug. Okay, so we're up to installing the unit. So nice and easy. second one, and the video input. And we've already tried this in, and lo and behold, you don't actually have to connect the reverse parking wires, so we've cut that off because it works automatically. So we've got all of those things there, video, the power and speakers, this is audio input, I think. The only other thing we're going to have to go and do now is get a USB extension so that we can put this USB through down into the glove box. At the moment we can just leave that off the side. Oh, the other thing to do is the antenna, of course. The antenna plug goes in there. Right. Thankfully there's a fair bit of room underneath. There's a fair bit of loom underneath. That's the unit. For the installation, one thing I forgot to do was hook up the Bluetooth microphone. So I'm breaking from tradition. I don't want to put it up here where the airbag is. There's a little drama to get through there. So I've put it down here and where the temperature sensor is further down, the indoor temperature sensor. So you can see it there. So just get in there. There it is. So something to consider when putting in the USB cable or the lightning cable is where the phone is going to be situated. In this situation, the end user is using a magnet here holder, and so I'm going to have the lightning cable hanging out from underneath here. So I'm just going to file a little round hole with the round file under this plastic and have this sitting out so that it will then be able to connect up in there, but also be out of the way as well. And so that, the other end, goes into that USB. So this is the one we want, the one that just says USB. So plug the other end of the lightning connector in there and then run it through down to here. So I've made a small modification just underneath where that's going to go. So I've filed a little slot there, and just make sure that this line here where the trim is going to meet up, that it will clear that. Okay, so I'm up to the point where I'm going to program in the steering wheel controls. So there is a video tagged down in the description of this video of me doing a CarPlay steering wheel control, so I'll let you have a look at that one. The main thing I'm looking at here is that we do have 8 available to program in, and on the steering wheel in this car, these ones over here, they are all to do with the cruise control. So we have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Although it's got telephone mute, which the unit doesn't seem to have a telephone mute. It's got a voice, answer end, radio, USB, voice, but not a mute. I mean, it's got a general mute. So I'm going to program that mute there into this one here as just being a general mute. So have a look at that other video and it will show you how to go through doing that. Okay, so I've finished pairing the unit, and so everything works now. Volume up, down, searching and mode. Excellent. So after this, I'm just going to put it all back together. Near on. Good. It's on. That's better. A bit more space around it now. That is there. In. Mic is pointing up, and that is going in there. Let's put the glove box part back in, and we'll be set. So here we are with the unit finally installed and connected to the iPhone. So you'll notice if you undo the iPhone gets charged as well while it's plugged in. So undo that, it goes back to normal. So plug your iPhone in. Comes up with being charged, and unit instantly turns over to that. You've got music on his phone. There we go. Music, playlists, dire straits. Others and arms, it takes a while to get going. And there you go, an AX1870CP installed in a 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer.